Ground ball to Biddle at third. She'll step on third, one out, throw to first, double play. Oh my goodness, this is just unbelievable with this defense. Foul that one off. Oh, can Amadeo make the play? She does! She dove for it behind the plate. What a play by Mackenzie Amadeo. Shortstop coming home. Threw it high. Runner scores. Here comes another run. UNCW takes a 2-1 lead. The Seahawks are the 2024 CAA softball champions. We are live at Bozeman Field on the campus of UNCW for college softball this afternoon. Non-conference affairs. The Seahawks welcome the Tar Heels of the University of North Carolina. Hi, everybody. Jim Whitmire, Alex Riley, our entire crew. It's the Buffalo Wild Wings on deck circle for Wings Fun and Sports. Stop by Buffalo Wild Wings, 3 Wilmington locations. Well, the Seahawks come in with a record of 23-17 overall, 9-9 in the conference. We'll talk more about that as we get going because that's the most important thing right now. Meanwhile, for North Carolina, 32-13, 10-8 in the ACC. And when you hear some of the numbers of some of these players we're going to see tonight, you're going to be impressed. As you can imagine, a big crowd is here for this game. It is very windy. We might have some home runs tonight. It could be a lot of fun. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. Alex will join us. We'll get the lineups, and we'll get ready to roll. Seahawks and Tar Heels. It is UNCW softball on Flow College.
At first base, batting fifth, number 17, Carly.
Starting lineups being announced, as I mentioned, Alex Riley alongside. We've got a lot of wind tonight, Alex. We could see home runs. It's a midweek game. You always want to play well, but again, I think everybody looks towards the conference because that's what matters right now.
Yeah, it's always nice to pick up a non-conference win against a Power 5 opponent or play this type of competition. And certainly, we talk about it a lot with baseball. They do that. Softball does it as well. There's a lot of great programs within the state. But right now, the focus is on that conference schedule. But games like this can help you build a little momentum as you go step back into conference play this weekend, and that's what the Seahawks are hoping to do tonight.
Time now for our national anthem from Bozeman Field, and then we'll give you the lineups and get ready to roll. National anthem, our O2 Fitness weather report tonight. Clouds. We do have a slight chance of rain, but hopefully no problems. Lows tonight as we get into the game will be around 50, and the winds could gust as much as 30 miles an hour. We have a special first pitch tonight. The Chancellor from UNCW, Chancellor Villetti. Oh, boy, he's coming in close here. He's not even taking a chance here. Look at how close he is. Oh, you went overhand. All right, so we appreciate him coming out as always. Of course, his support is certainly important for the program. Let's take a look at the Hampton Inn starting lineups tonight. For all your hotel needs, contact the Hampton Inn University area, Landfall Park, Hampton Inn and Suites. Find us online, hamptoninn.com. For the Tar Heels, 32-13, Lexi Roberts will lead off in left field. Alex Coleman at right. It'll be Kat Rodriguez. Wait till you hear about this young lady. She's at second. Sanaa Thompson at center field. Carly Myrtle. She's from Myrtle Beach, and she has her own fan club here tonight. There's like about 20 people that came with her number. Kiwi Pierce is the designated player. Raina Blackwell at catcher. Shelby Barbie at third. Grace Jackson will be at short. And number 5, Britton Rogers will start. We'll tell you more about her as we get into the game. UNCW 23-17 on the season now. Cassidy Relay will lead off at center. Madison Biddle at third. Maggie Pertee at short, Morgan Britt at right, Allison Corbett at first, Ava Chuflees at second, Addie Yates will bat in left field, Sierra Persinger at catcher, and Lauren Cope is the designated player. And the Seahawks tonight will go with Lindsey Herman. This will be her 6th start of the year. She's got 2 complete games, 52 2/3 innings, 60 hits, 28 runs, 17 earned, 13 walks, 36 strikeouts. She's 4-1. with an average of 2.26 of ERA, so she's pitched well. Seahawks, again, have had really good starting pitching this year. It's just at times they haven't been hitting the ball, and their forte is running. And since the last time we were here a couple of weeks ago, they've only stolen 5 bases in about 4 or 5 games, so they got to get that going again. They need people on base, especially. You got to get Cassidy Relay at the top of the lineup.
Yeah, certainly things have been a little bit out of sync in the month of April. I mean, you look, they closed out March with that big series sweep up at Monmouth, and then since then, drop to Duke, lose 2 out of 3 to Delaware, lose 2 out of 3 to Hofstra. Now you're coming home to play North Carolina before you return home this weekend for Stony Brook. So things have certainly been a little out of sorts for the Seahawks. We haven't seen the things that have led them to the success, the base running, the aggressiveness with the steals, stuff like that. And that hitting has just been, up and down, hit or miss. You've got a couple of games that have been run ruled. Last weekend against Hofstra, lost the first one 11-3, lost the last one 9-1, scored 6 in the middle game. Even against Delaware, the game they won was only a 3-2 ball game. They were shut out in one of the games, lost 5-6 in the other one. So they got to get things going back to what led them to that early success in the first part of the season.
We do have, as I mentioned, a lot of wind, so it's blowing to left field. I think if we get the ball up in the jet stream to left, we could see a bunch of homers tonight. It'll be interesting. Our Reed's Jewelers Diamond Dimensions, it's 200 to left field, 220 to center. And at right field, it's also 200, so it should be interesting. We do have our umpires tonight, Carolina Ford Dealers umpires. Danny Dorman will be behind the plate, Scott Condry and John. I'm going to probably mispronounce this. I'll go with Hipsch. Hipsch. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Seahawks memories are made with good friends off the beaten path. Time to get into a Built Wild Ford Bronco or Ford Bronco Sports C, your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics. As we mentioned, we're talking about the conference. That's where it really matters. Kennedy's Real Estate CAA report. Right now, if the season ended, UNCW would not make the tournament to defend its championship. It's the top 6. Campbell, who will be hosting the tournament at Bowie's Creek, is number 1, followed by Delaware and Elon tied at 14-4. Stony Brook coming in here this weekend. They are hot, 13-5, so that's going to be a tough one. Then it's Charleston at 12-6, and the Hofstra. That's why that series was so important, because Hofstra actually started the weekend behind UNCW. Now they passed them, and they're in 6th place at 10-8. Then you got the Seahawks at 9-9. Towson 7-11 still in it, and then after that, pretty much Monmouth, Hampton, Drexel, A&T probably not going to make it. So UNCW's got to put some wins together, And they're going to have to do it against, they've got Stony Brook, a team that's really good. Elon still to play. And then at the end of the season, they get Hampton here, which is a series you would think they should be able to do well at. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but it's the weekends that lead up to that Hampton series that are going to be big. The Stony Brook one this coming weekend is huge, and then traveling to Elon the following weekend is going to loom pretty large. So it's a 3-week sprint right now, and the Seahawks have a lot of work to do.
Lexi Roberts will lead off, junior from Mebane. She transferred in from Radford. Seahawks immediately go to the shift. The right fielder, Britt, is at shortstop. And first pitch is a strike, so there's no right fielder. Defensively, it's Yates in left, Relay in center. Normally Britt and right. Biddle at third, Pertee at short, Chupley's at second, Corbin at first, and Persinger behind the plate. Lindsey Herman catching, but again, Morgan Britt is right now on the left side of the infield. That's high, 1-1. Boy, the wind blowing when you got cars going behind the fence there. You can see all the sand and dirt that's going to be coming up. It is really blowing out here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're just underway. Roberts hitting .456, smashes it just down the line, and that's foul. Some of these averages are pretty impressive. 52 hits on the year for this young lady. This is second on the team, only behind Rodriguez, and we'll see her third. And when we go through her list of stuff that's hang on. Now what do we have? Already the umpires are getting together about something. I love this because you never know what they're discussing. All right. And
they made a safe gesture towards the UNCW dugout.
All right. It was a foul ball, so hey, you never know. Not sure that count is right. Shouldn't it be 1 and 2?
It should be 1 and 2 by my count.
Yeah, slaps that one foul, but look at that, making the catch in left field, and the foul territory is Addie Yates. And there's one away. Nice job.
Yeah, nice play right there by Yates on her horse, tailing over towards that into foul territory, and she just made a great play on that. Wasn't very high hit. You can get a look at the replay here. Just nice job tracking it all the way.
Yeah, perfect position. All right, that's going to bring up Alex Coleman, the right fielder. She is a senior from Asheboro. Another transfer from Marshall. They got a lot of transfers. Takes a strike. She's only batting .362.
Only.
15 RBIs on the season. My goodness, some of these numbers are just unbelievable. Thought about bunting, missed it. Did she go? Yep, strike. Actually, these are incorrect, these batting averages.
Yeah,
so
she comes in batting.
Alex Coleman is batting
405.
.405. My fault. I'm looking at their brand new stats. So we're having some technical problems tonight. Swing and a miss. She struck out. So there are 2 away. All right, get ready, folks. Here she comes. Kat Rodriguez, a graduate student, four-time ACC Player of the Week. She leads the country in RBIs with 73. She's number 7 in the nation with 66 hits, 19th in the nation with a .465 average. She's 15th in the nation with 50 runs. That's all. She has 8 homers. Total bases 104. My goodness gracious. And she's only struck out 10 times. And she transferred, as I mentioned, from Pitt. So this young lady has just been unbelievable. She's been called the best second baseman in softball. Back to the pitcher. Oh, it went off Herman's glove. Tough play at second, but they got her. Great job by Ava Chupley to stick with it. And the Seahawks get a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Seahawks softball on Flo College.
Whether it's on day one, in the classroom, on the court, in the field, on the coast, in the community, or at the finish line, Seahawks soar together.
This is where everything starts. It's a place of new beginnings, new opportunities, and a new identity. We are the Coastal Athletic Association, and from the beaches to the city streets, we are united to succeed at an elite level. In competition, in our communities, in our lives. This is the tide that lifts us, the fire that burns inside all of us. This is our moment, our new chapter. We are the CAA, and we are united in excellence.
Welcome back. What a nice play here. This went off of Herman, and then the second baseman, Chupley, stayed with it.
Yeah, just a great focus right there, because that one could have very easily been an infield hit after it glanced off of Herman's glove. Hustling down the line was Rodriguez, and man, a great job by the Seahawks. Get out of that inning 1-2-3. That's a good start. That's exactly what UNCW needed for this ball game.
Redshirt senior Britton Rogers is the pitcher, a transfer from Georgia. She's had a no-hitter. Tar Heels have had 3 different pitchers throw no-hitters this year. Rogers actually threw a perfect game against Drexel. She is 6-2 on the season, 51 2/3 inning, 56 hits, 35 runs, 28 earned, 19 walks, 46 strikeouts, 6-2 with an ERA of 3.79. And she'll face Madison Biddle. Madison Biddle. She'll be up next. Cassidy Relay will lead off, 345 average. Still with 29 stolen bases, one of the tops in the country. First pitch is a ball, and this is interesting that Carolina will not do the shift we've seen recently a lot against Relay, which normally they move one of the outfielders in, but they are just moving the infield up and the outfield up.
There's a lot of space over the pitcher's head if she could somehow make contact and chop one.
That's in the dirt, 2-0. Again, as I mentioned, Relay. Right now, 29 stolen bases. That's 11th in the country. UNCW is 5th as a team, 127. 5th in the country, 3.18 stolen bases per game. 2-0 the count. 3-0. Well, this is perfect for UNCW if they get Relay on and start causing problems. And already, we are going to have a mound visit from the head coach. Megan Smith-Lyon in her second season at North Carolina. She actually pitched at North Carolina, graduated in 1999. Her husband is actually on the staff. So it's a 3-0 count to Cassidy Relay. Then it'll be Biddle and Pertee.
If you're Chapel Hill, this is the one thing. You know that you're not going to get a big power swing out of Cassidy Relay. If you trust your defense, which I'm sure they do, to make the play, just pitch to her. Yeah, give her something that she can hit, give her something that she can slap, and then trust your defense to make the play. And so far, she hasn't given her anything in the zone yet.
So Rogers set 3-0. Bottom of the first, there's no score. And the pitch. Take it all the way, it's a strike. Defensively, it's Roberts in left, Thompson in center, Coleman in right. Around the infield, Barbie at third, Jackson at short, Rodriguez at second, Myrtle at first, and Blackwell is the catcher. 3-1 to Cassidy. Wind just blows straight out to left field right now. Pitch. Strike 2. Well, Cassidy thought she was getting a walk there. So back to a 3-2 count now. Again, that slap hitter, always interesting to watch. If you come to a game, they'll start very deep in the box and they run forward. The only thing is they've got to make contact before they get out of the box, and sometimes they don't. 3-2. Well, she does. It's going to be Rogers at the mound, and she will get her. Boy, nice play by Rogers. One away. That's not easy to do when Relay is running.
No, and she made a smart play on that. Looked like third baseman was going to have a play on it, but stepped in front of her, snared it a little bit quicker, which when you're talking about Relay, that actually makes all the difference in the world. Able to set her feet and throw that ball over there. So a nice job to bounce back for Britton right there after falling behind 3-0.
Madison Biddle, third baseman, the sophomore. She's the power so far this year. 6 homers, 25 RBIs, 391 average. She'll step up. Takes this into shallow center. Nope, it's not even going to get there. Second baseman Rodriguez on the dirt will make the catch. There's 2 away.
3-0 count with the chance to get a leadoff person on to 2 away here very, very quickly.
So here's Maggie Pertee, the senior at 325. One of UNCW's transfers came from Eastern Kentucky. 2 away here. Bottom of the first, there's no score. That bounced up from Britton Rogers. Count 1-0. Tar Heels in their Carolina blue jerseys with the white lettering. Seahawks with the teal pinstripes tonight. All speed and missed outside, 2-0. It has been windy out here a lot of times, but I have not seen the flag blowing this hard in a long time. If somebody can get one up in the air to left, you got to believe it's going to go.
That's the one thing I haven't seen in the games I've been at this year is a UNCW home run, so it'd be nice to see one of those tonight.
2-0 the count. Taking all the way in again. So second batter of the inning, 3-0 count. There you see the flags. I tell you, our camera crew is right on top of it, aren't they? You call for the flags, they've got flags. You call for the fans, they've got fans. 3-0 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, so Pertee walks. So Seahawks get a runner on with 2 outs, and here's Morgan Britt. Now Pertee, again, one of the runners. They all run 17 stolen bases. Now, this was the thing we saw in the last home series against Delaware. Seahawks surprisingly weren't as aggressive as you normally expect. Normally, they get a runner on, doesn't matter what time it is. They're going to run her. So let's see if they try right away as Britt comes up with a 286 average. The pitch. Off speed, up. Goes to the shortstop, Jackson, over to second. Whoa, that was close at second base, but they get her, and that'll end the inning. We've completed 1. There is no score. This is Seahawks softball on Flo College.
48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough.
All right, let's go ahead and huddle up, wing lovers. You do know you can double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Well, here's what you do. Buy 1 order of traditional wings and get the second one for 50% off. No time to dine? Don't sweat it. Order for delivery and then wing it up with the crew at home. Or you can pick up Buffalo Wild Wings takeout when you're on the go. Limit 1 per order. Not valid with any other offers. Additional terms and conditions apply. Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. Double your count for less. Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud supporter of Seahawk Athletics.
Top of the second inning from Bozeman Field. Jim Whitmire, Alex Riley, our entire crew. I'll shout them out tonight. Riley Nance, our executive producer. Ryan's handling replay. We got Nate, Jordan, and Madeline on camera tonight. I was looking. There she is. There's Madeline way out there in center field.
It's the luxury box out there.
Nate's at first base over by the Carolina dugout. And Jordan, of course, being the senior camera operator, gets the top position up top here. Here's Lindsey Herman to face Sanaa Thompson, center fielder. She'll lead it off. She is a sophomore from Dallas, Georgia. Okay, 348 average. She's had 8 homers and 52 RBIs. Carolina scores a lot of runs, folks. As a team, they've had a lot of hits, a lot of runs. Their team average is 5th in the country. Hits 2nd in the country. So this team can hit. Count now is 0-1. 1-1, my fault. Thompson, Myrtle, and Pierce. That missed outside, 2-1. This next young lady's going to have a loud bunch of applause when she comes up because she is from Myrtle Beach and she's got a lot of people that came here tonight to see her. 2 balls and a strike. Swing, foul tip, 2-2. One of the bigger crowds of the year out here, as you would imagine, of course, when North Carolina, a team like that comes to town, a lot of folks come out.
It's nice to have the larger in-state schools visiting. See that with baseball quite often, softball as well.
This one popped in the air. Second base, Chew, please. Makes the play, 1 away. This rivalry goes back a while, but UNCW has won the last 2, but they're only won 3 out of 20 here in Wilmington. Overall, 7 wins, 51 losses, and a tie. But they have won the last 2. All right, here's a young lady who's got everybody here tonight. Carly Myrtle, senior first baseman from Fayetteville. Well, actually, she's from Fayetteville. Why do I keep saying Myrtle Beach?
Because of her last name,
of course.
Now, that would be appropriate, though.
She's got 15 home runs, 22nd in the nation. As it just keeps going. 342 average, 49 RBIs. I mean, their RBI totals, they've got 73, 52, 49, 43. It is pretty impressive.
She's their second lowest hitter of their regular starters, and she's batting .342.
That's pretty good.
That's insane.
That's unbelievable. And they're only 10-8 in the ACC.
Yeah. Shows you how good that conference is as well.
One ball, one strike.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? This time we have to stop the game.
Up.
We've been notified of an emergency weather situation and we need to evacuate.
Well, they're stopping the
I'd like
game.
everyone to please calmly exit the facility, return to hard-top vehicles.
The coach Carolina not happy because our announcer made the announcement while there was
And we
being
will
pitched.
advise when
Now,
it's safe to return inside
there
the
are
stadium.
clouds. I mean, I looked at the
Thank you
radar
for your
earlier. There was nothing in the
cooperation.
area. It was just going to
Everyone will
blow up.
please
There
leave
is
the
some
stadium.
stuff that
We've
has
had
appeared.
reports of lightning and severe weather.
And we're
Please
checking the
evacuate to your
radar. I want to look
hard-top
at it right now
vehicles.
and give you an
We will
update
then
as what
advise
I'm
you when
seeing.
safe to
Yeah, it's
return
the famed
inside.
sea breeze.
Yeah.
Please check
I don't see any lightning
UNCWsports.com,
online, but they're saying there's lightning.
or you can listen to FloSoftball.
Now, the coach is asking, I think, the thing she's going to ask is that pitch shouldn't have counted against Myrtle because he started talking while they were throwing.
Sure.
And I don't think they should count
Thank you
that.
for your cooperation.
So, I mean, the radar shows this blowing through very quickly, even if it does rain. But they got to play it safe. If they had a report of lightning, they're going to have to send everybody out of the stadium, and then they'll bring them back in. But right now we stand top of the second, one out, no score, UNC and UNCW. So what we will do is take a break. We don't know how long this will be because normally if they see a lightning strike, that means there's always at least 30 minutes before they can start up again. So as of now, we would say at least 30 minutes, but we will keep you updated. It's uncwsports.com. Of course, we will take a break here, and we will come back. We are ready to start again. North Carolina, UNCW, no score, and we'll take a break.
Walk past it. I mean, nobody's watching right now.
Ground ball to Biddle at third. She'll step on third. One out. Throw to first. Double play. Oh, my goodness. This is just unbelievable with this defense. Foul that one off. Oh, can Amadeo make the play? She does. She dove for it behind the plate. What a play by Mackenzie Amadeo. Shortstop coming home. Throw it high. Runner scores. Here comes another run. UNCW takes a 2-1 lead. The Seahawks are the 2024 CAA softball champions. Well, welcome back. Bozeman Field on the campus of UNCW. Jim Whitmire, Alex Riley, our entire crew. We are almost through our lightning delay here in Wilmington. We had lightning, and then we did have some rain, but really the reason we had to stop the game, top of the second inning, was because of a lightning strike in the area. And we're ready to get this thing underway again. It's been a while. Both teams have had a few minutes to warm up, Alex. We're going to start 1-1 count on Carly Myrtle from North Carolina. Top of the second with one out, but you got to wonder now, North Carolina during the break, they just sat on their team bus for a long time, so that ought to be interesting.
Yeah. Nice long delay, nice little weather strike right there, and now UNCW and UNC get to come back out and figure it all out again. We'll see if the being trapped inside your team bus for 40 minutes or so has any effect on the Tar Heels, and what did UNCW do to stay loose? Obviously got off to a good start in this one, and we'll see how both teams respond to restarting this game here in the top of the second inning.
Lindsey Herman back out on the mound for the Seahawks. She is in this inning, which started a while ago. Had a pop-up from Thompson to second. Now Myrtle is up, then it'll be Kiwi Pierce on deck, and we are ready to go. Let's play softball. I am very pleasant. I'm sure UNCW is too, pleasantly surprised how pretty much all the fans have come back, because most of them went to their cars like they're supposed to during the delay, but they've all returned.
Good crowd back here on hand, and just to clarify, in case you were with us when things wrapped up, it is actually a 1-1 count. Because the announcement of the weather delay was made during a pitch that was being thrown to Miss Myrtle. They wiped that pitch off the board as that interrupted that particular moment. So.
All right, let's do it. 1-1, one out, top of the second as we resume play, and Herman will set to throw to Myrtle. That is a ball. I always have to wait because you can't hear the umpires up here.
And he does have a delayed call from what we've seen tonight. So.
2 balls and a strike. Again, Carly Myrtle, 15 homers so far this year. She's 22nd in the country. She's out of Fayetteville. So she can hit it. That's... No, ball 3. 3-1. Oh, there's one of our youngest fans. Look at that. What is that, a bag of chips? What are they enjoying there?
Whatever it is, she's excited to be here, that's for sure.
We do appreciate the crowd, though, man. They've all come back. There's a strike. 3-2. On deck is Kiwi Pierce. That is one of the greatest nicknames. She's a graduate student from Sacramento, California. So 3-2, one out. The pitch. Walked her. Boy, she's not missing by much with those pitches. So a walk to Myrtle. That'll bring up Kiwi Pierce, the designated player. And so far on the season,
Designated player number 16.
She is batting .394. So she's, one of the, let's see, we have, if you haven't been with us, 3 of their starters are over 400. It's just an amazing lineup. Myrtle on first. One out. Here's the pitch to Kiwi. That's a strike, 0-1. Almost a little surprising. Sometimes, softball teams will run a pinch runner.
Yeah, not choosing to do that here for Myrtle.
0-1 to count. Wind continues to blow out here. Not as bad as it was before the storm went through. Again, it really was. I mean, it did rain. It wasn't a lot of rain.
No.
It was just mainly the reason we had to stop was because of the lightning, which is a rule. You just cannot take a chance. So thankfully everybody took their cover, and now we're back to action. 1-1 to count. Herman ready with the pitch. Bounce that one in, 2-1. You got to wonder, too, even though softball pitchers are a different breed, I mean, Herman was pitching well, and then she gets that long break. I mean, I'm sure she was in the bullpen warming up. Same thing for Rogers, but it could affect him.
Sure, absolutely. You interrupt the flow of the game like that and take a little downtime. Certainly can have an effect.
That ball is hit well, and Relay's not going to get it off the wall. They're going to have runners on second and third for the Tar Heels. 1 out, so they come out hitting as Pierce with the double. And a chance for UNC to take the lead here as Raina Blackwell, watch the replay.
Number 7, the catcher, Raina Blackwell.
Nice job by Relay to get that off the bounce there. So here's the catcher. This is Blackwell. She is batting .294 on the season. Does have 4 homers, 17 RBIs. Fouled that one off. Blackwell is a sophomore from Rock Hill. Another there are so many transfers on this roster. She came in from Charlotte. And you see some of the crowd. Young lady right behind home plate enjoying some pizza. That looks delicious. Second and third. That pitch is high, 1-1. We got pizza. What else we got? Somebody's having a pretzel. Looks like the youngster over here is having ice cream. Anybody having popcorn? Yeah, we got some popcorn.
Look at.
All right, we got it covered.
Concession stand has been busy tonight.
1-1, just missed outside. 2-1. On deck is Shelby Barbie at the third baseman.
This is a big at bat for Herman after the first 2 get on when play resumes.
That's outside too. 3-1. Boy, again, we are not exactly in our position right behind home plate, so we're kind of to the right side, but those don't look like they're missing by much.
Yeah, some of those pitches have looked really, really good. Not quite sure where they're ending up in the zone. Have to watch it over here on the monitor.
There's a strike, 3-2. So full count, 1 out, top of the second. Runners on second and third. Marley at third. Pierce is on second for the Tar Heels. That's fouled off. By the way, Pierce now 17 doubles on the season. That's probably up there in the national rankings too. I'm checking that out. Yeah, she came in number 7 in the country.
Certainly adding to that total right there.
3-2. See if you can get a strikeout here. Oh, line right to the third baseman. Oh, what a play by Biddle, and she steps on third, double play, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. There's no score. Seahawks softball on Flo College. Welcome back. Here's the final play of that inning. Alex, nice job out of third baseman Biddle.
If the UNCW social media team is listening, please throw a hashtag SC Top 10 on that one, because that was a SportsCenter Top 10 play. Great positioning right there to grab that one and be able to get that double play. UNCW really looked like they were in trouble right there as the first 2 batters reached when play resumed, and man, what a play to get out of that jam.
Well, we go to the bottom of the second, and it'll be Corbin, Chuplees, and Yates for UNCW. Britton Rogers will come back out. We'll see how she was affected by the lengthy delay. There you get a close-up of her. Again, one of the many pitchers. There's only a few in softball that don't wear the face guards anymore. So there's a look at Allison Corbin. She comes in with an average of .293 on the season. Does have 3 homers. Again, the wind has died down from what it was before the storm. First pitch, right field. That might drop. It will. Base hit. So Corbin is on with nobody out for UNCW. Good start here, and Ava Chupley will step up.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Being able to fist that one just over everybody's head, drop it into shallow right field, and that leadoff single. That's a good start for the Seahawks.
And now we will see the courtesy runner. UNCW certainly will use them. Let's see who we decide to go with tonight. A lot of times it's Winstead, but that is not her. That is 26. Yeah, that's Ariel Pierce. So she'll run. Now Corbin will re-enter on defense when the Seahawks come back out. So do the Seahawks get somebody moving here?
Ariel Pierce.
Certainly an opportunity to be aggressive. You put a little more speed on the base pads.
Pierce is 7 for 7 on stolen bases. Now with Chupley's up, the infield has come in. Chupley's batting .306. Here's the first pitch from Rogers. Bounced it in. Oh, the catcher had trouble with it. Here's the throw down. Oh, she missed the bag. Oh, boy, that's an interesting play here, because when we see the replay, Pierce slid early and didn't even touch the bag, but then the tag didn't touch her at first.
Yeah, she missed the swipe initially.
This.
Let's see if she got her on the backhand of it. A little bit of a late jump right there. Goes in. Missed the tag completely.
Oh, she got on there, it looks like, but yeah.
It looked like she did. Looked like she got that back foot tapped down.
But they don't have replay except during tournament action. So now, the coach for North Carolina was checking. I guess she didn't get the report of who the runner was. Now she's got it. So they throw that runner out at second, so there's one away.
Unfortunate set of circumstances right there. Pierce just a little bit of a late jump on it. She got on there, but going to be called out.
1-1. Hopefully, as we go next couple of years, everybody will be able to have the replay like they do in baseball during the regular season, because there have been a lot of calls that you would like to see them look at. And during the tournament, of course, in the CAA, they will have replay available. 1 ball and a strike. That is a ball, 2-1. Of course, the tournament will be in Bowie's Creek right up the road. Seahawks, the defending champs, but right now they would not make the tournament. Big weekend series coming against Stony Brook this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll have all 3 games. 2-1. That's lined, just down the foul line, left field, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, next 3 weeks are going to be really significant for UNCW. You've got a couple of big series at home, one squeezed in the middle there on the road. And you got to think, you got to come out with at least 2 of those every weekend if you want to have a shot to be in that field of 6 for the CAA tournament.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second. There is no score. Bouncing ball, first base, and that'll be Carly Myrtle. Step on the bag, and they're 2 away. Again, if you're just joining us, and you maybe saw the start time was 5 and you're like, bottom of the second. We did have a lengthy delay due to lightning in the area and then some rain. Just restarted a little while ago. Addie Yates comes up now. Left fielder. She is a freshman at .267 average. Again, this is a slap hitter, so they're going to move everybody in. But same thing with relay. Right over the top of the pitcher. If you just bounce one, you're going to get on. First pitch is a ball.
Interesting how different teams scheme for these slap hitters in different ways. North Carolina obviously assumes that you need to cover the corners a little bit better than behind the pitcher, so that's the play for them. See if the Seahawks can make them pay.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, 1-1. Again, as I mentioned, this will probably be the biggest crowd so far of the year for softball. North Carolina certainly, with their fans that come here to watch the Tar Heels, any chance they can get to see a Tar Heel team in town, they will come out and support them. 1-1. Oh, off speed. That's a tough pitch to handle, and she almost was able to, because you want to swing faster, and then you got to hold up. So 1-2. You see a look at Rogers, the pitcher. She threw a perfect game in February against Drexel. 3 Tar Heel pitchers have thrown no-hitters this year. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. That'll end the inning. So we go to the third. There is no score. UNCW softball on Flo College. Well, there we have some of the fans at the game tonight. There's a young man. Look at that. He's excited to be here. Nice to see the crowd out here tonight. We go to the top of the third. There is no score. North Carolina will come to bat with Barbie, Jackson, and Roberts. Herman back out. As we mentioned, Corbin is back out at first base. She re-enters the game for UNCW. So we're ready to start top of the third inning. Tar Heels with one hit. UNCW has none so far.
No, UNCW got the leadoff single in the last inning.
Yes, why did I wrote that down wrong. Thank you. Thank you very much, Alex. I tell you, that's why Alex he's got to keep an eye out for me. I don't know what's going on here half the time. Barbie bats only 172 on the season. Takes it low, 1-1. She's been up 99 times, so she's played a lot. She started 38 games coming into tonight.
Yeah, she's one of their regular starters, but like I said, she's their lowest hitter on their regular starters. Everybody else batting above 340.
2-1. She has got 6 home runs. She's another, what a surprise, transfer, graduate, Oakboro, North Carolina, but she went to Virginia.
Interconference transferring.
2 balls and a strike, and that's grounded third base. Biddle, throw to first, one away. I tell you, Biddle does a nice job down at third.
Yeah, back-to-back putouts for her after turning the double play to end the last inning. Gets the routine ground ball there, and Seahawks get that first out on the board.
Grace Jackson now comes up. Stop me if you've heard this. Graduate student. She's from Berwyn, Pennsylvania, and transferred from Princeton. 398 average.
Get a Princeton education and then come to Chapel Hill. That's pretty good.
A lot of grad students on this roster. So you look at this roster for them. They're going to have to replace quite a few players. They do have some freshmen, but I'm counting at least 5, could be 6 grad students. And a lot of them are in the lineup.
Such is the new world of college athletics. You get the chance to transfer early and often, it seems like.
Fouls it off, 0-2. Lindsey Herman doing a nice job here tonight for UNCW.
Herman's hitting her spots. Defense is backing her up. That's a good formula for UNCW.
Gets a sign from Janelle Hayes, the pitching coach, and she throws just outside. Didn't get her to chase, and the count is 1-2. So Friday night at 6, Saturday at, Friday is it 6 or 5? I got to look at the schedule myself now. Yeah, 6 o'clock, then 4 o'clock on Saturday and noon on Sunday. Swing and a miss, struck her out. 2 away. Stony Brook comes to town, one of the hotter teams in the conference. That's why it's going to be a battle for UNCW because they really are going to have to get it together. The pitching's going to have to hold against a very good hitting Stony Brook team.
And good news is Seahawks have the favorable home field advantage, which hopefully will help.
Slap hitter Roberts down to Biddle at third, throws to first, inning over. 1, 2, 3, go the Tar Heels. We go to the bottom of the third. There is no score. Seahawks softball on Flo College.
Josh Barber here for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington and proud UNCW graduate. At Capital, we want to service all your automotive needs now with 2 full-service Wilmington locations. Ford on Oleander Drive and Lincoln on Market Street. We have you covered with new and pre-owned sales, vehicle maintenance and repair, mobile service, parts, and even collision repair. So come see us on Oleander Drive or Market Street for the largest selection of new Fords and Lincolns in eastern North Carolina. Or check us out online at capitalfordofwilmington.com. And remember, go Seahawks.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Welcome back to Bozeman Field. We go to the bottom of the third. There is no score. UNCW and North Carolina in softball. Baseball tonight, the Seahawks are on the road in Greenville, and they are losing 4-0 in the top of the third inning. East Carolina scored all their runs in the First inning again. Baseball, like softball, is battling right now to get to the tournament. They have a huge weekend series. Towson, now their games are going to be a little different Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because of the fact that Sunday, of course, is a holiday. So they'll play. Best of luck to them as they go on the road.
Yeah, UNCW, you've got a lot of work to do to avoid missing the CAA tournament for the first time in program history. Certainly got to pick up some big wins here over the back couple weeks of the schedule.
Here's Sierra Persinger, the catcher. 2:24 hours to lead off the bottom of the third, and she will take a check swing. No? They'll say ball. Danny Dorman behind the plate. Scott Condrey and John Hibbs are our other umpires tonight. Sorry, John, I don't have pronunciation guide for the umpires, so we'll give it the best we can. Ooh, that hit her, did it? No, it hit the bat. Oh, jeez, I thought it got her. Well, hang on now.
Actually, it might have got the
umpire. Oh, did it hit the umpire? It did.
Hence why they're running down to kind of check on it. I think it came off her bat, which is why it's registered as a strike right now. But then it glanced off of the umpire's face mask, it looks like.
Well, they're going to chat with him, and here comes the trainer for UNCW. So the count is 1-1. Hopefully he's okay.
Nice of the Chapel Hill team to immediately run out to the pitching circle to give him a chance, kind of like an umpire would do if a player got hit. They immediately ran out there and said, we're going to take time to let you catch your breath.
All right, the umpires are just saying it went underneath his mask, like hit him in the throat, I think. Watch here if we can see it. We get the replay. And
off the end of the bat. And
yeah, I think it got him right underneath that little turkey thing that's hanging. Oh, no, yeah, it looks like, now that looks like it got him on the shoulder. All right, he's going to fight through it.
He's playing through the pain.
That's what I like. We're back to it. 1-1 count on Persinger. Here's Rogers set to pitch. That's high, 2-1. Bottom of the third, there is no score.
We're getting it all tonight, Jim. Missed tags at second base. Foul balls off the umpire.
And Rogers set again with a pitch. Here we go. Bounce that one in. So 3-1. On deck would be Lauren Cope, the designated player, and then we'll turn the order over. UNCW tonight starting 23-17. North Carolina is 32-13. Tar Heels have NC State this weekend at home, so that's a little bit of a rivalry.
A little bit. Be a big one.
Now time called by the pitcher. She wasn't sure of the signal, so she wants to step off. 10-8 for them in the conference. So that's, again, ACC is loaded.
It's a really, really tough league. That one in there for a strike.
Yeah, we saw Duke earlier this year when they came here. They're ranked in the top 20. The Tar Heels are,
Clemson, I believe, is in the top 10. There's a couple of teams in the ACC that are in that top 10.
Here's the pitch, popped it up in the air. This is in foul territory, but it's playable. Catcher, nice job there by Blackwell. And there's one away. And for North Carolina at the end of the season coming up soon, too, it's NC State. Then they have Norfolk State, and then they'll be on the road at Notre Dame before their tournament will begin. They're coming off a weekend series win against Georgia Tech. They won 2 of 3. After they had been swept by Duke. So here's Lauren Cope. 160 average. 1 out, bottom of the third. That's low, 1-0.
The ACC with Florida State at 9. You got Virginia Tech 11. Stanford, a weird one to say, but at 16. Duke and Alabama, one is an ACC school, tied for 17th. Clemson at 19th. So a good group there, and then you've got Virginia receiving votes down at the bottom. So a lot of teams in or very close to being in that top 25 in the nation.
And again, most of them, of course, only one team will get the automatic bid, but the ACC will have a bunch of teams. Probably North Carolina will make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, with the record they've got, I would assume so.
Off speed, nice pitch there, got the corner. 1-2, so Rogers strike away from striking out Cope. She has 1 strikeout tonight. Just the bottom of the third inning. There's no score from Bozeman Field. Bounce that one in. Count now 2-2. I'll shout out our crew. Nice job handling the delay. Riley Nance, our executive producer, just got a food delivery. We've got Ryan on replay, Nate, Jordan, and Madeline on camera. Did he ask you if you wanted anything?
He did not.
I don't believe he did.
He did not.
It's kind of late now. Oh, he's offering us a half-eaten sandwich. That's inside 3-2. Well, when you're the big shot, the executive producer, you know, you get what you need. And we want him to be happy. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Rogers set and the pitch. Off speed again. Well, just got that off the end of the bat. It goes foul.
Yeah, nice job by Cope right there to spoil that one. Stay alive at 3-2.
See a lot of kids in the stands. Now, most of them, I don't know about other areas, but I know here locally in New Hanover County, schools are out this week, so these kids can stay for the whole game. Easter break or spring break. 3-2. Little nubber, first baseman in foul territory makes the play, and there are 2 away. Nobody's really hit the ball hard except for the one Carolina double that went to the wall. Here's Cassidy Relay, the center fielder. She's not going with New York tonight. A little disappointed. So here comes the infield in. Grounded out to the pitcher first time. Outfield very shallow. And she will take ball 1.
Just said nobody's really hit the ball hard except that one, unfortunately.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if Cassidy's going to hit one very hard either. She's normally the slap hitter. So
yeah, very true.
So it'll be at least one more batter before we see one hit hard, but you never know.
1-0 pitch. It's a strike at the outside corner, 1-1.
The thing about Relay, though, is if she could lift one over shortstop's head and drop it out there into left center field, she could turn it into a double pretty quickly.
1-1. Slaps that one foul, 1-2. Madison Biddle on deck if the Seahawks could get to her. Lights on in the stadium. One-two pitch. I think she got her, did she? Oh, no. Check swing. They say no at third base. Tar Heels infield had headed towards the dugout. 2-2. Relay on the season, 39 hits to lead UNCW. 29 stolen bases. Off speed, it is now full count, 3-2.
This is, I believe, the second time she's faced a full count. Faced it the last time up as well.
So Britton Rogers set, 3-2. Slaps it foul down past Coach Wade. Third base side, we'll do it again. All the players in the field also know what the pitch is going to be because they get the same sign, so they have an idea where it's going to be. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Lost her, ball 4. All right, with 2 outs, you got to move her. She's got to go.
UNCW known for being aggressive on the bases, and you've got the person that you want out there. Like you said, 29 stolen bases on the year, so an opportunity right here. You've got Biddle, who's one of your better hitters, stepping up, 387 on the year. And more importantly, she's 333 with 2 outs. So
Well, we'll watch relay. A lot of times they go on the first pitch. And here it comes from Rogers. Nope, she'll hold up, and that's a strike. 0-1. Again, if you're new to softball, well, there's my jet coming in for later. Very nice. They're arriving. I appreciate that. The runner cannot leave the bag until that ball has left the pitcher's hand. But if you come to a game and watch it, it's a fine line. I don't know how these umpires can determine that. 0-1. That's a liner. Base hit. Left field. Runners on first and second. So with 2 outs, UNCW trying to get something going here, and that'll bring up Maggie Pertee.
Little squared up that ball really well. As you get a look on the replay right here, just took it and drove it in the left field. Hard hit. Relay, not a chance to advance any further than second base since it was hit to the left side, but just a good piece of hitting right there. And see if the Seahawks can get the magic rolling with 2 outs.
Pitching coach goes out for North Carolina to talk. They'll also have a coach that goes out and talks to their outfielders. That's unusual. I haven't seen that before.
Okay.
So 2 on, 2 outs, bottom of the third, and a chance for Maggie Pertee, who walked her first time.
And the sun has made a rare appearance here on an extremely cloudy day.
This also, even though there's 2 outs, UNCW would not be afraid to run both runners and try to cause the defense. That also might have been a reason why they went out and talked to their infield, because they got to figure this out. I mean, Biddle, after this pitch is thrown, you watch her. She'll be halfway to third base just standing there trying to get them to throw. Here's the first pitch. Off speed, and, well, she didn't go that far. 1-0.
Seahawks might be playing a tiny bit conservative here, just seeing if they can get Pertee to square one up, and because you know Relay can score from second.
Oh yeah, easy. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Well, she popped her up. That's going to get out of just into the netting. So the count 1-1. So Pertee gets another chance here. There's our cameraman Nate down there. He was going to make the catch. Yeah, I wouldn't believe that. Oh, look at him. He's like saying, "Yeah, I had that. I had it. No problem." Yeah, he's looking around like, "Am I on camera?" Maybe they were showing. Yes, you're on, Nate. 1-1. Ooh, inside 2-1. Jammed her. Of course, Nate was being told by our executive producer, at all costs, you protect that camera, so you make sure you grab that softball.
That is the most important asset.
That's
out
right.
here.
2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, runners on first and second for UNCW, bottom of the third. Off speed and low, 3-1. Well, you should get a good pitch to hit here. Morgan Britt on deck, so this is the one. Pertee has got to be ready to square into this one. He'll see what she gets. 3-1. Boy, she took a good cut, but foul. Full count now with 2 outs. So, of course, that means after the pitch leaves the hand, the runners will be off. But again, they have to stay because they can be called out by the umpires if you leave early. And it's always different. You never know. Some crews like to call that a lot. Some just kind of let it go. So big pitch here. 3-2 with 2 outs, bottom of the third. Off speed, grounder, second base. Oh, she beat her, Rodriguez, to the bag, and that will end the inning. So the Seahawks will strand a couple. We go to the 4th. No score. Seahawks softball on Flow College. Well, we go to the top of the fourth inning out at Bozeman Field here in Wilmington. No score. There's a gentleman who's out jogging, or he's looking for Easter eggs. He's on the Easter egg hunt, ladies and gentlemen. We hope everybody has a happy Easter. Get it, happy Easter. Thank you.
The jokes have begun early.
Uh-oh, here we go. I know Alex has got another one. He'll come back with one.
I'll zing you eventually.
Alex Coleman will lead off. Struck out her first time, and the Seahawks go to the strange shift that you'll see once in a while. The right fielder, Britt, is now in at shortstop. So 3 infielders on the left, 2 on the right. There is nobody in right field. If Coleman could somehow put a ball into right field, she might score. Go all the way around. First pitch is a strike from Lindsey Herman, who's looked awfully good. Giving up just the 1 hit so far to the Tar Heels.
Coleman, a strikeout victim her first time up. 1 of 2 for Herman this evening.
The pitch. Bouncing ball right to Britt at short. Long throw. She's not going to get it. Boy, she is fast down the line. That's an infield single. Even with the shift, she was able to beat it. Now, here comes Kat Rodriguez. And if you weren't with us earlier, this young lady, 73 RBIs, tops in the nation, 7th in the nation in hits, 19th in average, 15th in runs. 4-time ACC Player of the Week. First time up, she hit it off of Herman, and then the second baseman, Chupley, threw her out. Here's the pitch. Ooh, check swing. I think she went. Yep, nothing in 1. So Coleman on first. She is 10 of 11 for stolen bases. They have only stole 39, the Tar Heels, but Coleman and Roberts both have 10 for them, so she's one of their speedsters. Another strike. Herman coming right at her. Nothing in 2.
Yeah, certainly not afraid to challenge one of the best hitters in the country. Got her down on the 0-2 count.
There you see her, Rodriguez, recently called the best second baseman in softball. Transferred from Pitt. She is a graduate student. Bounce that one in. Nice play, Persinger. She'll block it. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Right back up the middle, base hit. First and second. I tell you, when you got a hitter like that, she knows how to, obviously she knows what she's doing at the plate.
Yeah, she'd seen enough of Herman, and that's actually almost where she hit it the last time, was right back up the middle. The first time, though, lined off of Herman's glove. This time, nobody able to get a clean glove on it, and 2 on here for the Tar Heels.
Sanaa Thompson now, the center fielder, popped up to second her first time. She's a rarity. She's an actual player that played in high school and has not transferred yet. Here's the first pitch, and that missed. So the Tar Heels got something going here. First and second, nobody out. Kind of surprised. I was wondering if they might try to lay the bunt down here. You got the big hitter, the big bopper coming up next. Figured maybe try to move him, but first pitch, she didn't show bunt. 1-0. Well, takes a strike. She's still not showing bunt, so they're going to turn her loose. On the season, she has 6 sacrifices. Ooh, big swing on that one. And the count now 1-2. Well, this would be a big strikeout if she could get her.
Herman doing a good job of locating in the zone.
Thompson tied for second on the team chart with 8 home runs. She's tied with Rodriguez. Myrtle on deck has 15. 1-2. Well, that's to right field. That's going to fall. Britt up with it. They're going to be bases loaded. Good throw home from Morgan Britt. So nobody out. And here comes the big bopper. And the Tar Heels have got something cooking.
Yeah, just a good piece of hitting right there. Line shot out into right field, and unfortunately no chance out there for Britt to get to it. Just had to settle for playing it, but a strong throw to hold the runners from advancing, but now we got a bases loaded situation.
Well, here's Myrtle. First time up, she walked. First pitch. It's low, ball 1.
No place to put her here. Gotta see if she can ground one. Certainly sacrifice a run to get a double play or at least an out and keep the bases from filling back up.
3 straight hits in the inning. That is ball 2. Well, 2-0. Now with a hitter like this, she's looking at her, and you've got to think she's thinking to herself, well, she's going to have to come probably with a fastball here. I would think that's what she's looking for. 2-0 count. Don't want to go 3-0. The pitch. Bouncing ball, second base. Chupley's over to second for 1, over to first, double play. Well, they got the 2. They give up the run, but Alex, you called for it. Perfectly done.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want in that situation. You will certainly sacrifice that 1 run right there to get the 2 outs. Fortunate to have a little bit slower batter coming out of the batter's box right there, allows you to turn that double play because it was close either way, but UNCW defense gets the job done right there. Well done. Now we've got 2 outs with a runner on third.
Here's Kiwi Pierce, who doubled her first time up. So 1-0, but yeah, nice job by Seahawks. If they get out of this just giving up the 1 run, that'll be a win. Herman. Pierce the first time took it to the wall in right center. High, 1-1. The runner on third is Rodriguez.
That's 2 double plays turned on the night already for the UNCW defense. So nice job backing up Herman here.
Just a half-hearted swing there, 1-2.
Got her fooled right there. She was basically in the mode to swing and tried to hold off of it, but couldn't stop it.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third, 1-0 Tar Heels. Swing and a miss, got her. Boy, I tell you, that's a great job from Lindsey Herman to get out of that, giving up only 1 run. We will go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Tar Heels. This is Seahawks softball on Flo College. Well, I tell you, here's the double play again. Great job, Chew, please. Quickly over to the shortstop Perti, who quickly got it over to Corbin. They gave up the run, but yeah, great job there, Alex. Only giving up the 1, and they're still in this one.
Yeah, just an excellent defensive effort right there. Perti getting that ball quickly out of her glove, making sure she touched the bag to get the first and the second out right there on the flip. UNCW, certainly you don't want to give up a run. You don't want to be trailing, but you would certainly take that situation right there for what transpired.
Morgan Britt to lead off. Reached on a fielder's choice her first time. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0. And the first pitch. Bouncer, third baseman. Nice job, Barbie. Long throw. Got her. 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up Allison Corbin. Who singled her first time up.
Seahawks are swinging tonight, that's for sure. They've struck out once and drew a walk once, but everything else has been contact put into the field of play. So UNCW certainly not afraid to take cuts at what they're getting offered. See if it pays off with a couple of base hits here.
Corbin up, then Chew, please. 1 out. Bounce that one in from Rogers. 1-0 the count. Allison, of course, she's a sophomore out of Stevensville, Maryland. 1-0 pitch coming. Pops this one in the air. Center fielder Thompson started back. Now she'll come forward, and there are 2 away.
I think she was still thinking the wind was blowing out there, and that one might have a chance to carry, but just kind of died because she would take a couple steps in.
I'm one of the weird people that when they come to a game, I like to check out everything about the outfits. UNC has one player in the right field, that is Coleman, who wears an actual hat. The rest of the players are all wearing the visors. I haven't seen many with just the regular cap.
No.
Pitch to Chu, please, is ball outside. She grounded out to first her first time. You see most of the players will wear those visors. Coleman likes the actual cap to wear.
Much respect. I like it.
The nuances you can always look for when you come to a game. That's a strike, 1-1.
It's the thing I'll say about softball, though, that is a little different from baseball, and I kind of go back and forth on it with baseball a little bit, is everybody is uniform with the socks and the stirrups.
True.
Whereas baseball, you got guys that are not wearing them, wearing them. It just looks so strange to me that it's supposed to be a uniform, but nobody's doing the same thing.
Time call. Not sure of the signal there. All right, so she'll step off. Rogers. 1-1. Everybody in the conference plays tonight. They're all playing non-conference. Drexel home to Seton Hall. We'll get this next pitch and go over some of the others. 1-1. This is a fly out left field going back. Oh, boy, I tell you, Roberts had to go a long way to get to that. But she does, and that will end the inning. We have completed 4. It's 1-0 Tar Heels. This is Seahawks softball on Flow College.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
For over 25 years,
Window World has been Wilmington's leading exterior remodeler.
From Window World of Wilmington,
I'm Joey Pollard, and this is my daughter Hannah. We offer endless window options and colors.
Talk about instant curb appeal.
Whether supplying storm protection or security,
Window World has you covered.
Backed by our lifetime limited warranty.
Window World is still offering superior products
at great prices. Thank you, Wilmington,
for all your support over the years.
Well, we go to the top of the 5th inning. Jim Whitmire, Alex Riley, our entire crew. Thanks for being with us tonight. Bozeman Field, campus of UNCW. Tar Heels up 1-0 over the Seahawks. It'll be Blackwell, Barbie, and Jackson. The freshman Lindsey Herman, I think, has pitched awfully well for UNCW, just giving up that one run. That's after the Tar Heels had the bases loaded and nobody out in the last inning.
Yeah, and more importantly, the defense has really backed her up tonight. They have been absolutely spectacular. Already turned a couple of double plays, made some nice plays to get some crucial outs. And, of course, she's picked up 3 strikeouts as well. So it's been a mix. She's gotten the strikeout pitches when she needed, but she's also got some great help from her defense.
That's a strike, 1-1. Blackwell, her first time up, hard liner down the line to Biddle, who then stepped on third for a double play. That was big. So 1-1. We're in the top of the 5th inning, just 1-0. Lindsey Herman. Off speed, missed outside. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was a strike.
You got to give this guy some time.
You just can't. 1-2.
His fist pumping at a rave would be absolutely terrible. He is slow.
1-2, fouled it off. Send him out with our camera guy, Nate. There again, some of the kids. Oh, this gentleman, oh my Lord, he's in charge of all of them? Oh, look at this. What are we doing?
I think it's a game of tag.
Playing tag down there. All right. Man, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's again down the third base line, but this time it gets past Biddle. That'll be a base hit. Boy, same spot as last time. And it's a single for Blackwell to lead off the inning.
Man, a nice stab at it by Biddle to try and get it again, this time just a little bit closer to the line as opposed to towards the field of play, and sharply hit, just not able to get to it.
Shelby Barbie. Let's see if the Tar Heels try to play small ball here now with nobody out. Runner on first. Nope. Outside. 1-0. So we've got a tag game going on outside here. Well, you know, when kids come to the game, they can't just sit there.
Absolutely.
Got to move around. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a strike. Yep, outside corner. I paused. 1-1. So again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you're in the area, come on out, support UNCW with softball against the Seawolves of Stony Brook. Now she shows bunt. Nice bunt. This is going to be a tough play. Corbin throws it to Chupley, who covered, but they moved the runner. That was nicely done.
Yeah, caught the Seahawks not off guard, knew that was a possibility in that situation. UNCW, a good job reacting to that. They weren't necessarily set up for it, but made up for it with good coverage right there by Corbin charging in to pick it up and flip it to Chupley for out number 1.
And here is Grace Jackson, the transfer from Princeton. First time up, she struck out. That's a strike. As mentioned earlier, she's from Berwyn, Pennsylvania. I love this. I guess this is the high school she went to, Academy of Notre Dame de Namur. That's quite an interesting name. 0-1. People are listening that know that place, probably laughing at me for the mispronunciation. She shows bunt, fouls it off, 0-2. So now suddenly the Tar Heels going to play small ball. So 0-2, 1 out. We do have a runner again at second. And again, Britt has moved into the shortstop position. So there is nobody in right field for Jackson. 0-2. Slaps it to Biddle. Dropped it. Now, yep, she's not going to be able to make a play on that. Now the question is, how does our official scorer, Brandon Sands, want to call that one? We'll wait and see as it'll pop up eventually on Alex's computer.
Either way, it was going to be a tough play, but certainly have seen some great fielding over there by Biddle, just not able to get that one cleanly, and that's going to cost UNCW.
Now here's Lexi Roberts, and again, Seahawks will stay with this 5 infielders. First and second, 1 out.
Good thing about that, though, is now it resets up a potential double play to get you out of the inning. Now you've got the runner over on first. You can get the force at second base.
She lays down a bunt, but foul. Boy, they are suddenly going real small ball. Still waiting for the official score on that.
Must be trying to watch a
Jackson.
replay or something like that.
I mean, it was a tough play, but it was in her glove, so we'll have to see. Smart move, I thought, though, by Biddle. She didn't throw it because there was no chance she was going to get her, and then you might throw it away. 1-1. Again lays down the bunt. 1-2. Fouled it off. Well, now she's got a swing. Seahawks would love her to just, again, hit a hard one right to Biddle. She could step on third, throw to first, inning over, we're done. So easy to see. I've come up with a solution right here. 1-2 with 1 out. Well, she does hit it towards third, but it's in the air and it goes foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they're going to score that as an error. So reached via the error.
So an error on third base. All right. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. That's a huge strikeout.
Nice job by Herman right there. She knew she was going to have to swing it, drop that change up down in the zone and made her chase it. So nice pitch right there to put the second out on the board.
Right fielder, Alex Coleman.
Coleman 1 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and an infield single.
Tried to get out of this again. And again, they just keep Britt. She has now been a shortstop for 3 batters. This is amazing. Again, Herman, she'd be like Houdini if she can get through this. There you get a look at the freshman. That's outside. 1-1.
2 UNCW remaining outfielders out in left and center are drawn in significantly too. So everybody playing for something small and shallow here.
1-1. Bouncer. Herman, what a stab at the mound and throws to first to end the inning. Boy, I tell you, nice job by her. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Carolina. This is Seahawks softball on Flo College. Welcome back. Watch this stab by the pitcher, Herman. Man, nice job to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0. Carolina on top of UNCW. Elsewhere around the conference tonight, Drexel hosting Seton Hall, Stony Brook at Fairleigh Dickinson, Hampton at Norfolk State. Stony Brook's actually playing 2 today at Fairleigh Dickinson. That's unusual. Campbell at East Carolina, Towson at Georgetown, Charleston at Charleston Southern, and it is Villanova at Delaware. Well, it'll be Yates, Persinger, and Cope for UNCW. All right, the defense is doing the job. Now they got to get some hits here, get some runners on, and cause some problems as the infield moves in with Yates up to bat. She struck out her first time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the defense could match the offense, boy, UNCW would be rolling right now, but got to get some hits strung together here.
Britton Rogers back out on the mound. Her first pitch. Slapped foul. Boy, that had a little power behind it there for Yates. The third baseman, Barbie, is pretty much halfway down the line here. So if she can slap it towards her, she's not going to have much reaction time to try to make a play. Again, there's a hole between the second baseman and the shortstop right over the pitcher's head. 0-1 pitch. Off speed, nice. She's thrown that a few times effectively, 0-2. Rogers, who transferred from Georgia, that's another certainly softball program. Plays in she came out of the SEC to the ACC.
Did in all the conferences.
Fouls it off again, and the count remains 0-2.
UNCW is being aggressive with their plate appearances. Been swinging it often in this one, even down 0-2 here for Yates.
Trying again, 0-2. And the pitch. That's high. Fastball, 1-2. Didn't go after that one. Men's side on baseball, top of the 5th up in Greenville, 4-1 East Carolina. Seahawks have out-hit the Pirates, but they're trailing by 3. 1-2. Swing and a miss, got her second time. One away, brings up Sierra Persinger, the catcher.
Popped out
The
to
catcher is Sierra.
Foul territory her first time up.
Defense now will go back to normal depth. That's low. Missed with the fastball inside. 1-0. Some of the crowd a little bundled up. It's weather supposed to get cooler tonight here, down in the 40s.
Springtime in the South, a little bit of everything.
1-0. Oh, there's that off speed again. I tell you, the batters just they can't time that yet. It's 1-1. Looks like most of the fans behind home plate have had their dinners, because we don't see anybody eating anything now. They were all eating earlier. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Again off speed and another strike. You can tell Persinger's just like, she can't even get the bat to go. I'd throw it again right here, 1-2.
Last couple have been a little bit towards the outside and middle of the plate. I come inside on her right here.
Well, she went inside with a fastball, 2-2. Well, now she's got her thinking, what's coming? I would think if I'm a batter, I'm thinking she's going to throw me that off-speed pitch. And, of course, I would probably be wrong, as you're about to see, and she'd probably throw a fastball right past me.
That's why we sit up here.
That's right.
In the dugout.
2-2. Let's see. Yep, that's why I'm sitting up here. 3-2.
Good job by Persinger. Keep a watchful eye on these last 2 pitches. Work that count back to full.
There's our pondering fan again up there. He always looks like he's looking off into space. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. They had to tag her 2 away. 2 outs. Lauren Cope coming up.
Threw two fastballs out of the zone and then comes back with that off speed, makes her chase it. You think she's going to go fastball there with that 3-2 count, trying to locate in the zone. But does a good job coming back inside, kind of jamming her up with something that throws the timing off, and suddenly 2 away for UNCW.
Here's Cope. Popped out to the first baseman her first time. Bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 North Carolina. Here's the pitch. Here's again. You just can't time it. The off-speed pitch. It's very well thrown. 0-1. People are sitting there going, oh, man, you should be able to hit that hard. But no, it's not that easy. 0-1. Inside high fastball. 1-1.
Good news is if you're UNCW, as you see the 1-1 pitch here.
Off speed. Shortstop Jackson's got to hurry. Got her. That'll end the inning. We go to the 6th inning. We are 1-0 North Carolina. This is Seahawks softball on Flo College.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Bold hand-breaded chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits. Grab your tailgate box and tailgate like a legend this season with Bojangles. It's bow time.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
I've built the perfect tailgate.
Phil won't know what hit him.
With Bojangles, you can tailgate like a legend, not like a Phil.
It's a touchdown! Hey guys, can I have some more?
It's bow time. Open the Bojangles app and order your tailgate box.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning we go. UNC on top of UNCW by a score of 1-0. It'll be Rodriguez, Thompson, and Myrtle coming to bat for North Carolina against Lindsey Herman, who has done a whale of a job out there, gotten out of some trouble a couple of times, only given up the 1 run to a very high-scoring offense.
Yeah, she's been spectacular. Defense has backed her up. UNCW, that one's outside. If they could get that offense rolling, this could turn into a ball game.
Rodriguez 1 for 2, singled her last time up.
Interestingly, both swings from Rodriguez have been right up the middle, and UNCW is still playing traditional defense.
Taking all the way there. It's 1-1. As mentioned for the Tar Heels, they'll be at home in Chapel Hill this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. against their rivals from Raleigh, NC State. That's low, 2-1. Seahawks again will be Friday, Saturday, and Easter Sunday out here against Stony Brook. Got to hurry up on that game on Sundays and go home for a nice Easter dinner. Nothing there, 3-1 outside. Is your family a ham family for Easter?
They are. Ham and thing I don't personally eat, deviled eggs.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't like deviled eggs?
I do not.
Oh, man.
I do not. We probably just had a bunch of people cancel their Flo subscriptions.
3-2. I love deviled eggs. Let's see. Riley, deviled eggs? Yep, he says, well, Riley will eat anything. You bring him food, he'll eat it. He doesn't even ask what it is. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kat Rodriguez, one of the best players in the nation. She will walk. Just missed again outside. I tell you, it seems like they're squeezing that strike zone on Herman.
Herman's been close a bunch of times, but must be just out of the zone. Again, another leadoff runner on here.
Sanaa Thompson now. Last time she had a runner on, she didn't bunt. Let's see if they try last time inning they were doing the small ball. Only 1-0 lead. You would think they want to get this runner over. Nope, she'll bounce it. This could be a tough play. Nice play, Biddle at third. Oh, gets the runner at first. So they moved the runner, but what a play by Madison Biddle.
Boy, she's made a couple of spectacular plays, and I got that double play earlier, and this one ranging over towards short. Chopper on the infield does a good job of cutting it off, because if it gets to the shortstop, it's probably too slow to get that out right there. So a great job by Biddle right there to get the out.
Here's Myrtle. Hit into a double play last time up, but drove home the only run so far of this game. Rodriguez is at second. That is low, ball 1. Carly Myrtle out of Fayetteville. Mentioned earlier, if you haven't been with us, she's got quite a fan following here tonight. I counted at least 20 folks that showed up earlier wearing her number. 1-0. Did she go? Are they going to check? Nope, 2-0.
It's the beauty of having an in-state product at an in-state school playing another in-state school. A little bit of a shorter distance, I would guess, for Fayetteville folks to come here than maybe to Chapel Hill.
Yeah, that's about I would think it's about the same.
What a good excuse to come to the beach.
Yes, I know. 2-0 she'll take for a strike there. 2-1. Again, the head coach of the Tar Heels, Megan Smith-Lyon, in her second season. Corey Lyon is the coach at third base, I should say. I'm sorry. Now time called by the catcher. She wasn't sure of the signal. Again, the UNCW pitching coach, she just gives a number, and then they all look at their wrist guards, so they know what the pitch is supposed to be. 2-1. Grounder, foul, third base, 2-2. Seahawks would love to turn another double play here against Myrtle. We're getting near the end of this one. We're moving right along. Again, if we hadn't had that delay. 1-0 Tar Heels. We had a delay top of the second inning. Had to wait probably about 45 minutes. Then we got back out here. 2-2. Grounder. This will be the shortstop. She'll tag the runner. No. Now, that ends up being a fielder's choice. But really, all she had to do was throw to first, get the out. She tried to get the runner here per tee. I'm a little surprised by that.
I like the aggressiveness of trying to get the lead runner, and I don't quite know how she missed her, but yes, she did. So now, unfortunately, Tar Heels are going to have 2 on here and still only 1 out on the board. But again, the double play is in play here now that you've got that runner over at first base. So nothing hurt right now. See if the UNCW defense can do it again.
We do have a pinch runner this time now. Brighton Burns from Waxahachie, Texas, will pinch run.
And there it is.
At first base. Alex was hoping she'd play because he'll tell you in a second after this pitch. He's got a tie into this, believe it or not. Kiwi Pierce is up, first and second with 1 out. The pitch inside. All right, what's the tie-in?
So my first job out of college actually was at the Waxahachie Daily Light, the newspaper in Waxahachie, Texas, and that was where actually my phone number is a 469 area code based out of Waxahachie. So
it's amazing.
Yeah. So
1-0. That's a strike. Where is that in Texas?
About 20 minutes or so south of Dallas.
Okay, gotcha. So it's not far from the Big D.
Not far down there, yeah.
But I know Alex earlier, we were sitting up here, he's looking, he's going, wait a minute, this girl's from, I worked there.
not every day you see that one.
1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. So again, she's a freshman, so if her family might be watching this tonight, Alex Riley, just go back in time and find all of his great work. What was the name of the paper?
The Waxahachie Daily Light.
Got you, okay. You were the ace reporter.
I was long story, but yes.
Ball here, 2-2. He was the reporter. He also delivered the papers.
Game to run at first base for
Very
the
close.
Tar Heels.
Very close.
I can't believe it was a big city.
It was not. It was a lovely community. Now, athletics in Texas different.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, jeez. 2-2 with one out here. Big at bat. Missed outside. Full count. Runners on first and second. One out. Top of the sixth. It's only 1-0. Now, what do the Tar Heels do? Do they trust Pierce with the bat and then get these runners moving to try to avoid at least a double play? We'll see. Got Rodriguez at second, and Burns is the runner at first. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a liner. Right to Relay. She can double up the runner. Oh, they missed it at second. Not a good throw. Otherwise, it would have had a double play. So there are two outs, but it's still first and second.
Nice job by Relay right there to jump on that ball and come up with that catch. Very easily could have dropped in front of her, but she makes up a lot of ground quickly. Comes up just a little, you can tell she's frustrated right there. Just comes up, throws it almost a little too quickly. If she'd have set her feet and positioned herself, probably would have had a better shot at it, but just tried to get out of her glove so quickly to get the double off.
Well, let's see if that doesn't come back to haunt the Seahawks. Here's Blackwell, who has hit it hard to third base twice. If I was Biddle, I'd be standing right about on that bag because both times it's been right down the line. Two outs, runners on first and second. Seahawks should have been out of the inning, but instead, one more chance. And here is a base hit. Relay will come up throwing. Here's the throw to home. Oh, and she would have had her, but the ball bounced over the catcher. And boy, how bad does that double play? Chance hurt now as it's 2-0.
Well, good throw right there by Relay, but just a little bit off of where it needed to be to get that tag down and get securely into Persinger's glove. She comes up throwing hard. You see it right here. Just takes that kind of in-between bounce. If it had been back about 3 or 4 feet, it would have gone right into Persinger's glove, but a little too much juice on it, and Tar Heels have the 2-0 lead.
Boy, I tell you, it's the little things. Again, should have been out of the inning, as you mentioned. If she had set her feet, she would have had that double play. But the Seahawks now down 2-0. Here's a pinch hitter, Reagan Carlson. She's from Thorndale, Texas. Sophomore, batting .311. You know where Thorndale is. Have you heard of that?
I do not.
Guess it's not near Waxahachie.
It's a big state.
Outside 1-0. So Rodriguez scored. You've got Burns now on third, and Blackwell on the throw makes it to second. And it's 2-0 here in the top of the sixth. My. Yeah, otherwise, as you mentioned, that throw was there in time. That would have beaten the runner. 2-0. That's happened a couple of times to Relay this year out here at softball, where she's had a nice throw, but it seems to bounce right over the catcher. There's our pitching coach, Janelle Hayes. You see the sign there for what pitch she wants. 2-0. 2 outs. Grounder, shortstop Pertee. She will throw to first. That'll end the inning, but Carolina gets a big run in the top of the sixth. 2-0 Tar Heels. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Seahawks softball on Flo College. Well, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0. North Carolina. This has been a good game, and it'll be Britton Rogers back out against Relay, Biddle, and Pertee. So if the Seahawks, well, this is who you'd want up if you want to try to get right back in it again. Could have been out of that inning. A double play was a possibility. Relay made that catch in center field, but then didn't center himself and did not throw it good to second base, and then had a chance at the runner at home. And again, good throw. It just bounced right in front of the catcher and over her head.
Yeah, just tough on both accounts, tough plays. Nothing guaranteed on either one of those plays. So a good job to get that first out, a good job to come up throwing and have a chance at a play at the plate. But, man, if you're UNCW, it's one of those what-if moments. Now, plain and simple, it's on the offense now. You got to get something going. You got to get runners on. You got to string some stuff together.
Just 2 hits, and Relay will lead off. She's been on base once. She walked her last time up. First pitch from Rogers is a ball, 1-0. Again, the third baseman, Barbie, is pretty much all the way down. She's halfway down the line. She could almost shake hands with Cassidy.
Boy, if you're Relay, you've got to feel like this is a chance to atone and really get UNCW started right here.
That's high, 2-0. Biddle on deck has one of the 2 Seahawk hits. Rogers ready again. Here's the pitch. Strike there, taking it all the way, 2-1. Wind certainly, since we've returned from our delay, nothing like it was. It was blowing 30, 35 miles an hour before that storm moved through. 2-1. Grounder right to the third baseman, Barbie, and throws to first. Boy, had her played perfectly. 1 away.
Yeah, that's what, when Relay swings the bat, that's kind of her tendency, is pushing it down that line, pushing it over towards that left side, and they had her played spectacularly like right there, and just able to get that easy first out.
Here's Madison Biddle. Singled her last time up. Again, she is the home run leader for UNCW this year with 6. See if she can get a hold of one here. Off speed, that's going to be low that time. 1-0. 6 o'clock on Friday night, 5:55 will be our airtime on Flow College. Myself, Marty Fuhrer, UNCW Stony Brook. Start of a 3-game series in the CAA. 1-0. Missed again, 2-0. Imagine we will see Michaela Huddleston go for UNCW. She's kind of taken over that ace role this year.
Certainly been a great pickup via the transfer portal.
Strike there on the fastball, got the inside corner, so 2-1. Maggie Pertee would be next for the Seahawks.
This is what Rogers has done so effectively in this game. She's fallen behind to a fair number of batters. Came into this at bat with 73 pitches, but she bounces back with strikes in pitch 3 and 4.
Grounder, shortstop Jackson in the hole. Long throw. I don't think she got her. Nope. Infield hit. Biddle is 2 for 3. Well, there's the runner on. And I believe, are we going to have, no, that's Pertee. I thought we might see a pinch hitter here. So, well, here's the chance. You got the runner on. Nice job. Boy, that was close, too. I tell you, if they had replay, they couldn't possibly challenge that one.
Nice job by Biddle hustling down the line, though. That's a situation where you got to know where you're at in this ball game. You don't only have so many opportunities left, and you've got to be on your horse, and she certainly was.
First pitch, grounder, third base line foul from Pertee. She turned quickly on it. 0-1. Seahawks with 3 hits now. Carolina with 6. Oh, look at that. Little puppy.
Got a good boy at the ball.
Watching the ball game. It's a good boy. I knew I'd get Riley to look at me like this man's lost it. No balls and 1 strike. You got to do that one day at the ballpark. You know, don't they do that in a lot of places? Bark in the park or whatever they call them.
They do.
1-1. Of course, my wife's complained they never do anything for cats. It's like, bring your cat to the game. I said, I don't think our cats would enjoy it very much, so I don't think we're going to do that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maggie Pertee, runner on first. Missed outside, 2-1. Morgan Britt on deck. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's 2-0. Seahawks have won the last 2 in this series. Trying for a 3rd win in a row against Carolina. That's high. 3-1. Boy, a walk here would make it interesting.
Pertee right here. This pitch has got to be perfectly in the zone as we're going to get visit to the circle here.
Mound visit coming. 3-1. Again. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0. Just trying to calm down Britton Rogers and get her to throw some strikes here. So can Pertee get the walk or get something to hit? Get the Seahawks right back in this. It's not like they're out of it, 2-0. Really probably should still only be 1-0.
This is a big at-bat, though. You had the top 3 in your lineup up. You've already gotten relay out. Now you've got runner on first with 1 out. You've got 3-1 count. This is huge pitch right here for Pertee.
Well, let's see how the mound visit worked. 3 balls and a strike. Rogers set. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Well, 1st and 2nd for UNCW. And now a chance with Morgan Britt, and I think we're going to get a pitching change here. Looks like it. So I don't know if they have somebody that's been warming up. Yeah, I think they do because they're running somebody down to tell them, oh, they just realized it. So North Carolina is going to bring in a new pitcher, and we'll see who this is. They have to come from the right field area. There's our bullpen cam out here, which we don't really have as good a coverage as we do in baseball. Here we go. Here comes the young lady. And I still can't tell a number yet. We'll see.
Chapel Hill doesn't have numbers on the front of their jersey, so
not sure if that's the pitcher. So we'll wait and see. So the Seahawks with a big chance here. Bottom of the 6th, runners on 1st and 2nd. And, well, this young lady is coming in. She's walking. I don't know if she's the pitcher. Nope. She's going into the dugout. Well, we're still waiting to see who it could be. Now, they have their choice. They have Kenna Ray Dark, who's like their ace. Then they have Nikki Harris, Lily Parrish, Alexandra Basher, and Janelle Wilson. So they've got a different number of pitchers that could come out here.
Well, Basher and Wilson have made limited appearances this year. They've combined for just 5. They've got really high ERAs. Basher with a 16.8 and Wilson with a 26.25.
We're going to get Basher. Oh, no, is that
That's
20?
22. So this is Kenna Ray Dark.
Well.
So they're going to the ace in this situation.
She has thrown a no-hitter this year also. Yeah, she started 23 games and completed 11. 13-7, 3.81 ERA. Get this, 132 and a third innings, 146 hits. Well, she gives up hits.
Yeah.
83 runs, 72 earned, 40 walks, but 101 strikeouts.
Now, opponents are batting .275 against her. She's given up 24 doubles and 11 home runs. So she's one of those pitchers where you're either going to get the strikeout or you might get a base hit off of her. So Seahawks certainly have an opportunity right here if they can make good contact.
She is a junior, and she is from Mebane, North Carolina. I know that town well. That's where I lived when I went to Carolina as a student.
Nice.
Small town, but has grown right outside of Chapel Hill. So, well, here's the chance the Seahawks won. You got Biddle on second, Pertee on first, and you've got the experienced Morgan Britt coming up. A lot of times when you get a new pitcher, you'll notice that the batters will swing at the first pitch because you think a lot of times a new pitcher you think is going to throw something good because they want to feel good about starting off here. So the question is, what do we get from Dark?
Certainly a big at-bat for Britt, the senior. You know she wants to come up clutch for her team right here with 2 on and only 1 out. As we get one last little circle here next to the rubber, and looks like we're going to get this one restarted.
All right, big chance for UNCW. So Biddle on second, Pertee on first. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Just 2-0. Here's Morgan Britt. She's been on a fielder's choice and grounded out her last time up. Kenna Ray Dark, they bring her in to try to finish this off for the Tar Heels. And she is, well, she's getting herself all set for where she's going to plant her right foot when it comes down.
Making sure the dirt feels good.
And her first pitch. Wow, that's a fastball strike. That came in with some heat. 0-1.
Certainly tells she's more of a power pitcher than what we just saw earlier with Rogers. A little more finesse.
The pitch. That's again a fastball. Man, you can hear the glove up here popping. 1-1. Don't have a radar on that. I'd love to know how fast she is throwing. That seems to be coming with some heat. But then again, that's why some teams are probably been able to hit her, because if you just get the bat on the ball, it might go. Wind is blowing out towards left field. Now she calls time. Again, they're having trouble with their signs. Morgan Britt. On deck is Allison Corbin.
Wind is significantly picked up out towards left. So if Britt could get one in the jet stream, it could go for a ride.
Ooh, bouncer, and that's fouled off of her. Hit her in the batter's box, so it's 1-2. With one out, you really want the batter to at least get something in play to force the defense to have to make a play. Get these runners moving. 1-2. She's thrown all fastballs so far. And she does again. Struck her out. Man, she is throwing some heat. 2 away. So it's going to be up to Allison Corbin. As usual, the batters talk to each other. I would imagine what Morgan is saying is, she threw me all fastballs.
Well, UNCW, you saw a lot of off-speed stuff from Rogers. That had the Seahawks guessing and guessing and guessing. Now, all of a sudden, you've got a true change-of-pace pitcher who comes in and is just dominating it with velocity. So it can be difficult to go from one mindset to the other so quickly.
Well, here's Corbin now with 2 outs. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Kenna-Rae Dark doing the job in relief of Britton Rogers. Pitch. That's fouled off, and quickly Corbin is behind. 0-2.
Well, this is what you bring a pitcher like Dark in for. Got the 2 on and only 1 out. And so far, she's doing the job, and she's got Corbin down 0-2.
She did not like the softball she just got. She wants another one. All right, now, so far we've seen all fast. If she's got any kind of off-speed pitch, this would be the time to throw it, because she's got them totally looking for the fastball. I don't know if she has that in her arsenal, but I would say if you've got it, throw it now.
Yeah.
And I bet you'll have her so far in front swinging. But the fastball's been pretty effective. So 0-2 with 2 outs. Again, bottom of the 6th. Seahawks trail 2-0, but they have 2 on. And she came with a fastball again. I mean, obviously that's all we're going to see here. 1-2.
Just tried to get her on location that time. Pushed it a little bit out away from the plate. Trying to get her to chase.
One of our fans, a little bundled up. Haven't seen our thought-provoking fan. I don't know if he's still hanging in there. Oh, she got a hold of that one, but hit it to the foul side. Oh, there we are. I think we're going to find him again. Our pondering fan. He's still here, I think. There he is. Look at him. He's up, checking his phone, and he's ready to go. I love it. Our pondering fan of the game we found. 1-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. I don't know how you take that pitch, but she did. It was 2-2.
Nice
Tar Heel fans are not happy with the umpire. They thought that was a strike.
Nice job by Corbin to recognize that pitch was a little high. But, man, like you said, a tough one to lay off of.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Well, that was her first almost off-speed pitch. She took something off there. Well, now the advantage a little bit for the Seahawks because the runners will move here. 3-2. If Corbin could get a hold of one, put it in one of the alleys, we'd have a tie game. Got to expect a fastball here. That's what she got. Bouncing ball, second base. Rodriguez to first. That'll end it. We have completed 6. 2-0. North Carolina on top of UNCW. Seahawks softball on Flo College.
For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot in your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day.
Kennedy's Real Estate Service is your local company for all your residential, brokerage, management, and appraisal needs in the Wilmington and New Hanover County area. Tim is not only a UNCW alumni, he has been your friendly broker since 1994 and providing residential appraisals since 1997. Give him a call, 910-799-1068, or visit him on the web at kennedyres.com.
Hardee's Original Bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $5.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 Original Bag, only at Hardee's.
Welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th inning. North Carolina 2, UNCW nothing. Jim Whitmire, Alex Riley, our entire crew. Riley Nance, our executive producer. Ryan on replay. Nate, Jordan, and Madeline on camera. Appreciate all their hard work tonight. So Herman will face Jackson, Roberts, and Coleman for the Tar Heels. First pitch is a strike. Lindsey Herman has done the job. Just 6 hits for North Carolina.
She's done a good job of scattering them, got 4 strikeouts as well, and defense has really backed her up. 94 pitches now. She's certainly done the work here tonight for UNCW to give them a chance.
That is just reached out. Foul territory left field. That'll go foul. Count 0-2. Oh, the dog has woken up. He was taking a nap earlier.
Well, a ball was coming towards him.
He
was very excited.
He wanted to get out and catch that.
How dare you take an opportunity for a ball away from me?
One of those, some of the minor league teams have those dogs that run out and grab the bats.
Yeah.
0-2, and she slaps it, base hit, left field. Nice job. So the Tar Heels have a runner on with nobody out. That'll bring up Alexi Roberts. And here comes Britt into play, shortstop again. So let's see. The Tar Heels now. These are some speed batters and hitters here. So you would think possibly small ball just to get this runner in scoring position, but we'll see. She does show bunt, lays it down, foul, and that's count 0-1. Tar Heels trying to use their speed now. They'd love to get a 3rd run up on the board. We'll look ahead for the Seahawks. Bottom of the 7th, scheduled Chuplees, Yates, and Persinger. We might see some pinch hitters. So 0-1. She'll probably look for bunts again. Here it is. And that one deadened perfectly. There's no chance. Persinger, the only chance they had is if that ball rolled foul. And it didn't. So 1st and 2nd for the Tar Heels. That was nicely done by Roberts.
That's the kind of stuff we've come to expect from Cassidy Relay here at UNCW. Just deadens it right in front of home plate, no man's land, where you've got to be really good to make a play, and unfortunately not going to happen for UNCW.
There's Coleman, and I believe she'll probably try to lay down a bunt here too. She does show it, and the ball gets away from Persinger, and the runners are going to move to 2nd and 3rd. So now, big problems here for UNCW. Top of the 7th. Time is called. Coach Ashley Wade is going to come out and talk to her team. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out for the Tar Heels. Top of the 7th. They're up 2-0, and they're trying to put a crooked number up here.
It's been so crisp tonight for UNCW for the most part. The first 4 innings or so, first 5 innings actually, everything was working really well. You had the double plays. The pitching was going very strong, but a couple of plays in that 6th inning, obviously missing the double play opportunity, the throw to home plate that would just bounce a little high, not able to get the tag down, and now you've got the wild pitch right there that allows the runners to advance into scoring position. Just, a couple little things are kind of nipping away at UNCW's chance to come back in this one.
So Alex Coleman, 1-0 count, and runners on 2nd and 3rd. Now this will be interesting too, because she can handle the bat too. I don't know if they would even try this to possibly suicide squeeze, try to get somebody home. We'll see. Again, the infield has 5 infielders. Britt is not in right field. The pitch. Yep, she showed bunt. Boy, they had both Corbin and Biddle charging. The runners really weren't moving that far, so maybe she's just trying to get on the load the bases because guess who's next? Kat Rodriguez, who leads the nation in RBIs.
That's certainly who you want up there swinging a bat if you're North Carolina.
2-0, that'll be a strikeout the inside corner, 2-1. So Herman has had to do this Houdini act a couple of times. Can she do it one more time and get out of this without giving up a run? It would be something if she did it here. Second and third with nobody out. She lays the bunt down, and that is going to be, just for a base hit. They are loaded with nobody out, and here comes Rodriguez, and boy, that was nicely done.
Well, that was executed to a T. There was only going to be one play. It had to be at first base. None of the runners were advancing for North Carolina unless a throw was made and it sailed wide. So that was the only attempt, was to get that runner on, and now you've set it up for one of the most dangerous hitters in the country.
Here's Rodriguez. She's been on twice, a single, a walk. She also grounded out. Bases loaded with nobody out. Herman said, here's the pitch. Missed outside. Persinger tried to frame that, 1-0. So a big chance for Rodriguez. Started the night with 73 RBIs. She now has 67 hits on the year. Win the pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle. Base hit. That's going to score one. That's going to score two. Well, she comes through 4-0 in favor of the Tar Heels.
Well, and every ball that she's made contact with tonight has been up the middle. The first time it glanced off of Herman's glove, and UNCW was able to get the out on her, as you had Chupley's over at second make the play, but the last two have just been singles where no one could get to them. They've trickled into the outfield, and suddenly we've gone from a 2-0 game to a 4-0 deficit.
Sanaa Thompson, there's still nobody out. Runners on first and second. Seahawks have got to stop it right here. Can't afford to give up any more. That pitch is high. Persinger almost, well, she did drop it, but she got it. 1-0. So North Carolina has kind of broken it open a little bit here. They now have 10 hits, 4 runs. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. The pitch. Grounder down the third baseline, foul. 1-1. Runner on second is Coleman. Rodriguez stands at first. On deck, it's Carly Myrtle. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off, and the count now 1-2. Well, that wasn't a foul. They said it just got away from the catcher. I thought she fouled that ball.
I did too, but
nope, they're going to say no. So it's second and third, so the runners move. Okay, that's...
Well, that puts UNCW in a really precarious situation now. You've got runners in scoring position. Double play gets really hard. Can't get the force.
Yeah, the count is not right up on the board either. It's not 1-2, I believe. There's a foul. All right, now let's see if the umpire puts his hands up again so we know what it is. I think it might be 2-2 possibly.
The count's not right here on the stat tracker either, so.
So runners on second and third, still nobody out here. Carolina can blow this open if they get a hit here. Herman said, here's a pitch. Well, fouled that off her left leg. Thompson goes down. She's all right, but that's a foul. So the umpire will walk around, give her a chance. The coach for Carolina will come out, try to see if her batter is okay. Umpire will brush home plate. It was interesting the other night. We had an umpire at the baseball game brush home plate, even though we have no dirt anymore, when he was trying to give a batter some time. All we have is pellets that come up from the synthetic turf. Still have the dirt here at Bozeman Field. 1-2. Try it again. 4-0 Tar Heels. We're in the top of the 7th. And here's the pitch. Nope, Low, 2-2. Well, I'm not even sure. I'm waiting for the umpires to put up his fingers, but
he's not noticing.
He's not arguing with. Maybe that's right then. 2-2. Herman again set. Here's the pitch. Grounder. That's down the third baseline foul. Biddle made the play. The runner Coleman had to do a bunny hop to get over it just in time for Easter. Two balls, 2 strikes. The dog is still looking for another one. Grounder. This will go to shortstop. Pertee will throw to first. She'll get the out, but they will score another run. So it is now 5-0.
Good job right there, holding the runner at second base as well, charging in on her. So you get the out, hold that runner at second rather than moving to third, but now you got another dangerous hitter coming up.
Here's Myrtle's driven home a run tonight. Been on base twice. Again, came into this game 22nd in the nation with 15 homers. I thought we were going to see a lot of home runs the way the wind was blowing before this game started, but they never really had a chance with the delay to play much. Strike there, 0-1. So North Carolina has blown it open here in the top of the 7th. 3 runs. They now lead 5-0. There's a grounder, third base. Biddle will throw to first, gets her 2 away. Runner will hold at second.
Another nice play by Biddle. She's made a few of them tonight. Holds that runner and gets the sure out. So Seahawks giving up 3, but trying to get out of this inning with no more damage.
Here's Kiwi Pierce. She's had 1 hit tonight. Her actual real first name is Kiana, but she goes by Kiwi. Bounces in. They're going to throw to third, and oh boy, hey, it looked like they had the runner dead to right, and the umpire says no. Safe at third.
See the replay of that here, and I'm going to guarantee that one, that beat her there by a mile.
Yeah, that should have been, but again, there's no replay. So North Carolina gets the advantage. Runner on third with 2 outs. That's outside, 2-0.
Who's our third base umpire tonight?
Well, they were written down, so I'm not sure. It's either Scott Condrey or John Hips.
Let's keep pronouncing his name
I'm not
wrong.
sure. I mean, that's a tough call.
It's
but
a
again,
tough
that's
play.
why I wish they're able. Now this ball is hit to center, and Relay will make the catch to end it. Well, UNCW is going to have to battle back now. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 5-0 North Carolina. Seahawks softball on Flow College.
For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot in your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day.
Kennedy's Real Estate Service is your local company for all your residential, brokerage, management, and appraisal needs in the Wilmington and New Hanover County area. Tim is not only a UNCW alumni, he has been your friendly broker since 1994 and providing residential appraisal since 1997. Give him a call, 910-799-1068, or visit him on the web at kennedyres.com.
Hardee's Original Bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $5.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 Original Bag, only at Hardee's.
Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Our pondering fan is still here as he hangs on as the Seahawks will come up needing 5 to tie, 6 to win. Kenna Ray Dark back out on the mound. She will face, well, the first batter, and it will be Ava Chu, please. Then it's scheduled to be Yates and Persinger for UNCW. Oh, there's our crew tonight. There's Madeline on camera in center field, way out there. Well, that's all we got, okay? So that's it. We just wanted to show Madeline. I appreciate that because she works hard out there. We do have Nate on camera down at first base. I'm sure he's disappointed he didn't get on again. And Jordan up here. Ryan and Riley up here with us. Bottom of the 7th. Chu pleased to lead off against Kenna Ray Dark, who came in the last inning to replace Britton Rogers, and she was throwing some heat.
See if the Seahawks can catch up to it here.
Foul ball from Chupley's. Goes right out to the third baseman, and she'll throw it back to the pitcher. The pitch missed, 1-1. This will be one of the longer time games for UNCW today because game actually started at 5. And it's closing in on 8:30, so this will be about a 3.5-hour game if this ends in this inning. 1 ball and a strike. There's a strike again with the fastball, 1-2. Just 3 hits for UNCW, a couple of errors. Herman gave up the 5 runs, 10 hits, but really pitched, I thought, very well tonight.
Yeah, she was pretty spot on. Defense backed her up pretty consistently. Just a few errant plays here or there just kind of allowed North Carolina to extend an inning and drop a couple runs on the board early. And that big 3 spot here in the top of the 7th really kind of flipped this game from a potential comeback to really it's going to take some work.
2-2. Off speed, and Chupley's takes it into left, but that'll be caught by Alexi Roberts. And there's 1 out. And I believe we will have a pinch hitter here, so Yates will not bat. And this will be looks like number 5, that's Avery Daughtry. She will bat. There you get a close-up of her. She'll bat for Yates.
Made 8 starts this year, played 22 games. This will be her 31st at bat. She's batting .333 on the season. Does have 2 doubles and 4 RBIs.
Avery Daughtry.
So 1 out, bottom of the 7th, 5-0 Tar Heels here at Bozeman Field. The pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball, 0-1. See, Dark so far this year, she is credited with 1 save. They have 4 pitchers all credited with a save. That's fouled off, and the count is 0-2. So we saw pretty much the top 2 pitchers for the Tar Heels tonight. Because Dark has started 23 games, and Rogers, who started this one, has started 12, so this was her 13th. So these are the 2 workhorses for the Tar Heels.
That's the thing that's so different about softball from baseball, with pitchers being able to come back so frequently. You see a lot more of these midweek games with some of the starters that you would see on the weekend as well.
Foul that one back, and the count remains 0-2.
Don't see that as much in baseball.
No. Baseball, usually you're going to get guys that are not normally getting a lot of innings during the weekends. So you just want to save the best you got. So 0-2, as Dark continues to just throw a lot of fastballs. Fouled that one off. Well, Daughtry's battling. Gonna make her work.
Making good contact. Everything, even though it's been foul, it's been hard hit. Of course, that helps when you've got a power pitcher out there.
Baseball tonight in Greenville after 6, 7-2 East Carolina over the Seahawks before they head up to Towson. 0-2 pitch. Little grounder, second base. Rodriguez underhands to first. There are 2 away. Seahawks are down to their last at-bat. And it will be the catcher, Sierra Person. Tar Heels finish this off. This will be their 33rd win of the season. And they will lead this series 52-7 with 1 tie. But it breaks a 2-game winning streak. UNCW's won the last 2 times they played. Here's the pitch. Grounder, foul, first base. Myrtle picks it up, but the count is 0-1. Coming up after the game, we'll have our post game. Hopefully we'll hear from Coach Wade. Again, some positives to build with, but still just got to get the bats going into this weekend series. That's the key.
It's been up and down throughout the course of the season.
That's fouled out of play, I should say, and it's 0-2. So Kenneray Dark, one pitch away from finishing this one. There was a quick photo of Nate, our camera guy. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Missed outside, 1-2. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Excitement. And, of course, we have Jordan, senior member of our crew, has been with our crew for 32 years. He's on the other camera. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off, staying alive. There he is, the senior member of our crew. Well, these guys are getting good at this when the camera comes on them. Seriously, I mean, we joke all we do, but I'll say it. Best broadcast in the CAA. Guys and gals work very hard for us, and we appreciate it. 1-2. Well, bounce that one in, 2-2. If Persinger could get on, Lauren Cope would be next. Two balls, two strikes. If I was Persinger, I'd look for a fastball. There it is. She hits it to the right side, and what a grab! Right fielder Alex Coleman dives in foul territory to end the game. Well, that's a way to finish it off as the Tar Heels win it. Watch this final catch. That's a nice job.
Put a charge in that ball, and it was going to drop foul, but really a nice diving stab right there.
5-0. The Tar Heels win it. We'll come back. Our postgame show is on the way. This is Seahawks softball on Flo College.
Hampton University and Hampton Inn Suites, Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Keith Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Hello, I'm Ben Cochran, Managing Partner at Hardison & Cochran, Attorneys at Law. My firm helps good people in North Carolina who have unfortunately had their life turned upside down due to an injury. We help our clients by telling their story and leveling the playing field against opponents who have an army of lawyers fighting to diminish or outright deny their claim. We're ready to help. All you have to do is reach out.
Hardison & Cochran, North Carolina Personal Injury Attorneys, 910-all-3s.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family-owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. but we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Today is your day. It's time to stop wishing for it and start working towards it. One day at a time, one workout at a time. Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Hey, grab me one too.
Final score tonight from Bozeman Field, 5-0. North Carolina beats UNCW. It's the Window World of Wilmington Clubhouse Report. Wilmington's exterior remodeler, high-impact windows, doors, siding, roofing, and more. WindowWorldWilmington.com. Pawn USA game recap. Pawn USA, your hometown pawn store, has anything you need. Lending on most anything of value. Your check cashing headquarters. 3 locations in Wilmington, also in Leland, Wallace, and Shalot. And Alex, it was a tight game. I mean, all the way up until the 6th inning, it was only 1-0. Then, of course, Seahawks could have gotten out of an inning without giving up that second run.
Sure. But
it was still only 2-0. But then North Carolina, finally, we saw their bats get going, and they get 3 runs and put it away 5-0.
Yeah, we thought maybe that weather delay that we had might affect the game. Ultimately, it didn't. Both teams kind of came back out, picked up right where they left off. We saw some great defensive plays from UNCW, solid pitching from Herman. Seahawks looked like they might be able to get something going there in the third, had 2 runners on. Also had a leadoff batter get on in the second, just not able to string anything together, move them over any farther than second base. And then, like you said, a couple of little minor miscues there in that 6th inning allowed that second run to come home. No real damage done, but then things blew open in the 7th.
All-Star Flags, All-Star of the Game. Visit our showroom, Brown Star Selection, U.S. State Military Sports for international flags, or check us out online, allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star. Well, I mean, Lindsey Herman pitched awfully well, 7 innings, even though she gave up 10 hits. I mean, I thought she pitched really well, gave the Seahawks what she needed, and then Madison Biddle had a good game, too. 2 for 3 and made some plays at third base.
Yeah, and most of those hits that she gave up were on the second and third time through the order for the Tar Heels, and really a lot of them were kind of scattered, didn't really do a whole lot of damage. In fact, really, they scored most of their runs not actually getting a hit. The runners got on via the hit, but they got scored via groundouts and stuff like that. So she did a good job of kind of limiting what North Carolina was able to do. Just a few too many mistakes there towards the back end that allowed them to come away with this win.
Seeing some of the highlights, and there's Biddle. She's making some plays down there at third base. Bojangles' final game stats. Now try your Supremes with Bojangles' new creamy buffalo sauce. It's bow time. So 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for North Carolina. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Seahawks. The Tar Heels leave 7 on base. The Seahawks leave 5. Britton Rogers gets a win. She's now 7-2. Lindsey Herman will take the loss. She goes to 4-2. Time of the game. Well, this doesn't include, I don't believe, the rain delay, because you got to add that in.
It does not.
It's somewhat over 3 hours and something. Actually, yeah, just about 3 hours. Attendance 450. As, again, big crowd, nice crowd. They had a good time, and I thought they saw a really good softball game. And it'll be interesting, as I know Coach Wade looks like she's heading up this way. We'll get her thoughts on the game and what happened as the Seahawks fall tonight by a score of 5-0. Our Hardison and Cochran upcoming game. Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, personal injury lawyers in Wilmington. Call now, free consultation, 1-800-434-8399. Well, it all comes down to this weekend. It's going to be huge. Stony Brook's coming to town, and 3 games coming up with Stony Brook. And the Seahawks got to get at least 2 of those, and it's against one of the hottest teams in the league.
Well, as we discussed at the beginning of the broadcast, there's 3 weekends left, and those 3 weekends will determine if you get a 4th weekend, basically. UNCW has to come up with some wins against these final 3 conference teams. Got 2 series at home, starts this weekend, then you squeeze in that one with Elon on the road, then you come back with Hampton, a team that you hypothetically should on paper beat. So you've got some winnable games over the next couple weeks. You've got situations that favor you. Can the Seahawks get it done? We'll see if they can close it out on the weekend, and it looks like we're going to have Coach.
All right, time for Alpha Mortgage Coach's Corner. Make your house a home. Get pre-qualified. Purchase your next home. Refinance today. Call UNCW alum Heath Altman, 910-512-1220. And Coach Wade joins us now. 5-0 tonight, but I thought the girls played well. It was just a couple of things that maybe changed the tide of this game. We were impressed. Lindsey Herman, I thought, really did a nice job for you guys.
Yeah, Lindsey had a great outing in the circle and did everything that we would have asked of her. And I think that's probably one of her best games that she's had all year. And, I'm not sure that the score is really indicative of how well she controlled them, because through 6 innings, it's a 2-run game. So I think she did a good job, and I think that, we just couldn't do enough on the bases. We had runners on, and we had opportunities, and just couldn't capitalize on them.
Yeah, I know, of course, this weekend is what's important, the series, a big one coming up the next few weeks. But you got Stony Brook coming in. They're one of the hotter teams in the conference right now. Mm-hmm. You just know, and I know the team know, you got to get wins.
Yeah. That's the goal. And today, in all reality, doesn't really matter for what we're trying to work towards. And so we've got to take care of business this weekend. And I just told the team that I think if we show up this weekend how we did today, we're going to have a pretty successful weekend.
Any concern? I know the bats have been kind of up and down recently. You really need to get a few more hits strung together.
I think we've been doing things. I think we've been just moving runners over, situational hitting. So I think this weekend, though, we are going to try to obviously create some more things on the bases than we were able to do today, and utilize our speed game as well. And probably,
I'm sure, have a big crowd for it since it's Easter weekend. Big crowd tonight. Everybody was able to come back even after that delay.
Yes.
We were both, Alex and I were talking. It's a little different with softball and baseball. A lot of times baseball, the pitchers, they won't come back. Softball, they'll come back, but is it hard to keep them ready to roll?
I think it is, and then when you are allowed back onto the field, you have 15 minutes to be ready to go. So I do think that Lindsey was cruising before that, obviously, and I think she still did well after that, but it took her a few batters to kind of settle in a little bit. But, whenever you are in the middle of a game and then have to stop for whatever reason and have the delay after delay for the Lightning, and it's hard for both sides to come back from that.
Well, we appreciate it. Let's get ready for this weekend. Big weekend coming up. I'm going to hide some Easter eggs on Sunday out on the fields.
Bunny ears?
Well, I don't know if we go that far, but we'll see.
All right.
Coach, thank you very much.
I
appreciate you coming up. Thank you. 5-0 North Carolina wins it tonight over UNCW. The Tar Heels now 33-13 overall. The Seahawks are 23-18. And Alex, as we said, final thoughts from you. Again, it's coming up to this weekend. Big weekend with Stony Brook coming to town, and hopefully the Seahawks will be ready to roll and get at least 2. A sweep would be huge.
Yeah, like Coach said, it all just kind of comes down to the weekends, and we'll see if the Seahawks can get those bats going. If they do that, like she said, if they play at this level that we saw tonight with solid pitching like that, really, for the most part, solid defense. I know they missed a couple of double plays and stuff like that, but if they play like this and get those bats rolling, there's no reason they can't be in a situation to win multiple games over the next couple weeks.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. This has been a special sports presentation of the Seahawk Digital Network on Flow College. Information provided by UNCW Athletic Communications, thanks to Brandon Sands. Join us again Friday when the Seahawks will host Stony Brook. Airtime is 5:55 with the On Deck Circle. For Alex Riley, for Riley Nance, Ryan, Nate, Jordan, and Madeline, I'm Jim Whitmire from Bozeman Field in Wilmington. Final score, North Carolina 5, UNCW 0. Thanks for being with us. Have a good night, everybody.